G'day guys, it's Tim from Tim's Adventures. Okay, I'm outside. There's not much improvement on my foot. It's still infected. The blood test showed that the level is 14 and it's supposed to be 1 to 2, right, if you've got no infection. So I'm still on the antibiotics. I go for another blood test on Monday. Today is Wednesday. So yeah, that's the update. I got a wound dressing tomorrow as well. So, and you can see the pus coming out from the wound. So we'll see what happens. Anyhow, the big test is going to be Monday when I do the blood test, and see what it is. And if that is the case, I'm going to ask if they can do a CT scan, and if on the CT scan they can tell where the pus is, because the infectious diseases doctor turned around and said that it was in the screws. Yeah, so we'll see what happens anyhow. So I have decided to start doing some work, because I can put my foot down a little bit and I can balance myself, so that means I can work. And I'm going to start so my foot starts getting a bit of exercise as well, because I can't just leave it locking in, because all my toes are locked in. And yeah, so I've got to start. That's it. I've got to start movement, and otherwise everything's just going to seize up. So I'm doing it, whether they like it or not. Doing that. I believe she'll be right, because the doctor told me 3 weeks ago that I can put my foot down, but then the pus came out. So, but the healing should be a lot more now, and I believe so. So I'm doing it. So I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, I'm doing the up and over. I've got all the measurements that I need. This is the measurements that I need for the bin. So I'm going to start cutting the brackets that go on there, and this is for the wheels that I bought a long time ago. This one, yeah, nice red colour, not too hard, a little bit softer, so that way it doesn't make so much noise. Yep, and time to start there and make all the necessary cuts of steel and get it welded up. That's it. So yeah, happy days. I've got a new haircut as well. So I feel better to myself as well, and I just use the crutch around. Now I can put, putting my foot down. I actually tried it yesterday to water the plants in the shed, and I was able, and it just swelled up a little bit, not as much as what it used to. Yeah, nothing compared to before, so I'm happy. And when it does swell up, I'll just stop, and that way I can do some videos of actually something happening around the place and get it ready to go digging underground, and you know, bring back my muscles. That's it. All right, guys, back shortly with the cutting. Alrighty, guys, it's the next day. I had visitors over, so I couldn't do too much yesterday, but I got things ready, which is really good. So I'm actually so happy. I am so happy to do some work, and I'm actually hopping, like, you know, yeah, a little bit better. This is what I'm doing. So I'm making the see that this is where the wheels are going to go. So I've got 4 of them. Of course, this is a lot longer than it needs to be, but in between, right in between, from there to the next one is 410, because the ladder is 400, so I'm leaving 5 mil gap. Maybe I should leave like 7 mil. I think that might be better, just in case the ladder's not perfect. So yeah, I've got to make 4 of them. So I've already done that, okay, because this one is only 480 and the gap in between is 410, so there's not, like, you know, yeah. So what I'm going to do to make sure that it's right, I've got to turn around and weld these pieces across this way, and lock it in at 408, so that way there's no movement, and then push it against here, and that will give me the exact on all 4 of them. I'm learning as I go, and I think that would be the best way to do it. That's the way I'm seeing it anyhow. So I've got all the material. I've got plenty of material. See, I'm going to use this bar. This bar is going to go across here, because that's where the eye bolt is going to go for the up and over. So that's nice and strong. As you can see, this is 10 mil. So that goes across that way at 408. So I cut this exactly at 408, and then on the bottom, because this won't be enough, on the bottom I've got another piece. Oh yeah, there it is there. It's a little bit wider, but it doesn't matter. It's only like 5 mil thick, that one. I'm pretty sure over there where the steel is, that there should be another piece of this. Yeah, but that's going to be heavy, so yeah, 5 mil is enough. Alright guys, leave me to it, and I'll be back with hopefully oh yeah, by the way, there's the wheels. That's the wheels, the red, that's going to be the wheels. Okay, so yeah, that way it won't be so noisy. Alrighty, I've done a little bit. I'll just show you how I've done. Okay, so I've got 4 of them cut. 4 of these cut. Okay, over there. Right, that's the other 2, which I've got to put something like this. Now, I've squared it out, so that way it's nice and equal with the distance. And if you have a look now, look at that. Okay. And that, so that's going to go, that's equal there. Yep, you see. So now I've got to trim this back. I've got to trim that quite a bit back here, and this one too, until she fits exact. And when she fits exact, I've got to square it up and then weld it in, so that way it's done. And the stopper, I've got to put a steel, the stopper, yeah, for when it goes over, for the up and over, the stopper. So this is it. So I've got to, I've got to bring this side up, put it into position, lock it in, and then weld it all up. But first of all, trim that, and we'll see how we go. So this is only temporary, as you can see. I've only put, little weld spots. Okay, and I've bashed it square, and yeah, so it goes on nicely. Okay, be back with the next step, which will be that, and then try to lock it in. Alrighty guys, I just came back from the Gemfields clinic, medical clinic, and I had redressing done, so that's all done, and I'm also welding now. I've got it together, so this is it. This is what I'm doing. Now I'm going to weld all this up, all the way around, you see, and then I'll take that off, this one off, and I'm going to put the flat one across here, okay, and then I'll do this side. But, I've been doing this now for a couple hours altogether, and my foot has swollen up quite a bit, so yeah. So I've got to give it a break. So that will be the end of this video. I know it's a little bit short, but I'll get onto it tomorrow and the next day, and I'll get back to every 3 days. I'll be able to do a video and get this over and done with, and do some digging, get underground. All right guys, I'll see you. Oh yeah, like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell, thumbs up. God bless you all. See you on the next one. Bye for now.